What's the biggest mistake that Jeep owners make when they choose a lift kit?
So the most common thing is just the people's misconception as far as what's important, what to look at, and what they're trying to focus on. People don't know, necessarily what they don't know, right? So that's what we're trying to be a resource for, figuring out, like, hey, people come in and say, hey, I want a lift kit, what do I need? And it's like, well, the questions I ask are, what are you trying to do with it? And then do you have any idea as far as what size you want? And one of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking that they want a certain size lift, but what really matters is the tire size and trying to figure out what lift you need to fit that tire size. Now, if you don't know what tire size you want, or you want a certain size lift, then we can say, okay, well, that size lift will fit this size tire. And that's what we base that on. Looking on Google and going to websites and saying, hey, I want a lift, and they see on some website that this lift includes, like, it says it's a 3-inch lift, and it says it's got, shocks or springs, and here you go. And you think, I'll buy this, and I'll put this on. This looks simple, I can do it in my driveway. And then they put it on, and they realize this thing doesn't drive very good. And it's because there's a lot of other pieces that they may need to add to that lift that is not necessarily included in that bundle.
So kits they're not always kits. When you think of a kit, you think everything.
Yeah,
is
just because it
it's
says
not.
it's a kit does not mean it has everything you need. So that's another big mistake that people make. They think, oh, I'm going to buy this kit and I'll be good. And that's very unfortunately, it's not very common to see an all-you-need kit out there. There's a couple companies that we work with that do that, which is why we work with those companies, because they make it real simple, and you got everything you need. We buy that, we put it on, and it's gonna work and be the way you need it to be. But a lot of companies out there to try to bring that price point down to get you to say, ooh, I can buy that, it's cheaper. Well, it's because it doesn't give you everything. It's up to you to buy the other pieces.
Right. So that's where we come in, and we know what comes in those kits.
Right.
It doesn't come in those kits, so we know what to buy.
We know what you need, whether or not it's included in that kit. Like, there's no reason why you can't go with that brand. We just may need to supplement that kit with other parts, so that way when we get it all, we put it all together, it will still drive correctly on the street, and you're not going to have like death wobble and all kinds of other problems.
You talked about tire size as the main, not the main, but a big portion of what you look at when you get a lift. But you also mentioned how we ask what they're going to do with the vehicle.
Yep.
Whether they're going to just keep it on the street or they're going to take it off-road. But off-road can also mean something completely different to us versus somebody that's just taking it out on a regular scenic trail versus a rock crawling trail where you're going to have obstacles and stuff. So what's the deciding factor when you get into that kind of stuff?
So almost every single person that comes in here that I ask that question to, they say, well, I'm not going to do the crazy stuff like you do. And that doesn't necessarily mean what you think it means. So what I'm asking in that type of scenario is to figure out how strong the components need to be that we're trying to put on your vehicle, and also kind of what level of equipment you need. Shocks are a big factor and a big expense when it comes to lifts, and arguably one of the most expensive parts of your lift kit is the shock, or it can be if you go with a higher end shock. And you don't necessarily need that shock or that high end level shock if you're just driving it around town, or maybe you're just, hitting dirt trails so that you can get to those overlook sites or campsites, but they're still like roads, they're just not paved, right? So you don't need crazy level equipment if that's what you're trying to do. Now, if you're trying to do really fast stuff, you want to go through, whoops at high speeds, and you want to do some like trophy truck level, like I want to go through the desert really fast, but you're not doing crazy rock crawling, right? That's what I hear all the time. But I just want to go really fast. It's like, well, that's actually more stressful in a lot of cases than technical slow rock crawling can be. And a lot of times that equipment is more expensive and more elaborate to be able to do that well. So it just depends on what you're doing. But that's what I'm after, and is trying to figure out like what components you need, how strong it needs to be, and whether or not we can get away with a minimalist kit to get the job done, or if we need to no, we need to step this up to a little bit more involved or better equipment parts to be able to handle the stress you want to be able to put your Jeep through. The stock Jeep can do a lot. Most of the things that hold you back with a stock Jeep are going to be your clearance. Your tires that come on a stock Jeep are usually 33s or somewhere close to that. And so you don't have a lot of ground clearance. And so most of what people are after is increasing the ground clearance, which to be able to clear the differential, which is like your axles, the only way to get that up is a bigger tire, right? So bigger tire, now you don't have the clearance in your wheel well to fit the bigger tire, so you put a lift kit on to be able to make room for that tire. Now, putting the lift kit on allows for bigger shocks, longer travel, better articulation. That's kind of all that stuff goes into play. And having a bigger tire with a bigger suspension means your belly clearance is higher. So overall, in general, you're higher clearance. And that's where you're gonna have more capability, is clearance. That's kind of the name of the game. The rest of that stuff, as far as like flex and shocks and control arms and track bars and steering and all that stuff, a lot of that stuff is beefier to handle the heavier tires. Bigger tires, heavier tires. Especially if you're going faster. You're putting more stress on all those joints and all those components. So bigger, stronger stuff can handle those stresses better. And that's why we upgrade those parts. You can definitely get away with bigger tires and suspension without necessarily upgrading those parts right away. If you're just like driving around town, you just want a cooler Jeep to drive, but it will still eventually wear out faster than normal. So you should just be prepared to plan for that down the road if you're not necessarily upgrading it right away in the beginning. But brands like, we like Metal Cloak, Clayton's a good one, TerraFlex is a good one. There's a lot of good brands out there. Metal Cloak is kind of our go-to because their whole design is around someone who wants to be able to take their Jeep off-roading on their weekends but still drive to work during the week in that same vehicle and still have it drive as good, if not better, than when you bought it stock, which is why we go with them a lot. But, if you personally like, Clayton or TerraFlex or one of those other brands out there, that's fine. And they're still good. It's just your personal preference at that point. And there are minor differences when it comes to shocks and joint choice.
Well, you're full of knowledge down here.
Yeah, this is me in my natural habitat, just typing away most of the day, trying to put quotes out for everybody. So. Yeah, I don't know everything, but I've been doing this long enough that I have a pretty good base knowledge. So I can, and I try to, I'll tell you a question that I get asked a lot that I will answer that wasn't asked is, what would I do, with your money, right?
Well, that's a whole nother video, Jonathan. They'll come back for that one.
I'm jumping ahead, sorry. All right.
But if you have questions, reach out to us, hit us up in the comments, find us online, offroadshoplasvegas.com.
Yep. Or stop in, say hi.